Hey folks, so anatomy and physiology is very heavy on vocabulary, technical medical vocabulary that most of you have not used or heard of. So in order to help you better learn the vocabulary, we're going to be using an online textbook, and I made a series of videos for you, video lectures for you. Instead of standing here in front of the classroom and boring you for half an hour, I can stand in front of the camera or sit in front of the camera and bore you for 5 minutes, and you can take notes from the video lectures and learn a little bit better that way. So let me show you here. Okay, so here's from Canvas, and everything stems from the progress tracker. So you're going to click on that, click on whatever period you're in. Now I put in some fake data in here. Okay. So right now, the on-pace lesson in this class is section 1.2 of the textbook, and I'll show you how to find that in a little bit. Okay, so right now, only 2 people in this class are on pace, meaning they're not moving ahead, they're not behind, they are right on pace. That would be Bryn and Charlotte. Okay, looks like Aiden and Amelia are 1 lesson ahead, so they're ahead of pace, and Drew is 2 lessons ahead. Okay, everybody else here in this column here is catching up. Now, the reason that Leanna is a different color is because she's revising something that she turned in for section 1.1. Okay, trust me, it'll become easier. Okay, so this is a live document that you have access to through Canvas. Now, also through Canvas is the workflow information. So you're going to go to modules, and we're going to be starting with unit 1. And the way I have this built is unit 1 is made up of sections 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. Okay. And each of those is listed here in the Canvas module. So if we take a look at where is the workflow? Oh, here it is. If we look at the Unit 1 workflow, you can see that in Canvas in Unit 1, but you can also see it in OneNote. So if you go into OneNote and let's go into Drew's folder here. Unit 1, everyone here should have the Unit 1 workflow document. If you click on that, pops up. Let's get rid of these menus temporarily and we'll take a look. Okay, so basically this is our document for Unit 1, and here's section 1.1, section 1.2. Section 1.1, the topic in the textbook is anatomy and physiology. What you must do is read in the textbook section 1.1. Then you should take a look at these figures, this figure 1.2 in section 1.1 in the reading. Take a look at it and become familiar with these 5 vocabulary terms in that section of the reading. I'll come back to that in a second. Okay, once you're done that, you're going to watch a video which corresponds to the reading. It's a video lecture that I made. They're usually pretty short, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Okay? And at the end of the video, I'm going to ask you a question. And you have 2 tries to get that question correct. Actually, let me back up. You have 1 try to get it correct. If you get it incorrect, you need to retake it. Okay? And you're going to get a different question when it pops up. So it's an open note question. You can watch the video, have the video right there, and answer the question. Okay? When you're done that, now that's not punitive. That grade does not go, it goes in a grade book, but it doesn't affect your grade whatsoever. It's simply to tell me that you watched that video. Okay? Then there are generally going to be practice activities in OneNote, usually in OneNote. Okay, for section 1.1, there's no practice activity. Okay, and then the very last thing is going to be a mastery check, and I want to see how much you understand, how much you've retained, how much you comprehend. Okay, and that's going to be in Canvas. Okay, so let's go back here. Section 1.1 of the textbook. Hey, where do you find a textbook? Well, I recommend you use the printed out Chapter 1 textbook that you have here in OneNote. Okay, so you're going to read section 1.1, and let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this menu. Okay, you read section 1.1, Introduction to the Human Body, is the whole chapter, the whole unit. And you're going to read, and oh, there's section 1.1. Okay, so you're going to read this, you're going to highlight it using the tools that are in OneNote, and you're going to take some notes. And, oh yeah, remember this figure? I'd said, make sure you pay attention to figure 1.2. Okay, so you're going to read about this and look at the difference. Oh, okay, one's gross anatomy, one's microscopic anatomy, okay? And you're going to keep on reading. Oh, okay, we can stop right there because I wanted you to read section 1.1, okay? And then you're going to go back and you're going to go back to the workflow. And you're going to look at the vocabulary, okay? Take a look at these vocabulary words in the reading. Highlight them, circle them, jot down some notes, okay? Next, the video and the video questions. You're going to watch video 1.1 and answer the questions that go along with it. Where's that video? Glad you asked. In Canvas. You can go to modules. And, oh, there we go, video 1.1. It's only worth 1 point. Again, it does not count in PowerSchool. It will show up in PowerSchool, but it does not affect your grade whatsoever. But you cannot proceed unless you score at least 1 out of 1, meaning 100%. So you're going to click on that video. Watch video 1.1 and answer the following questions to check your understanding. Okay, well, we'll play that. Welcome to Chapter 1, Introduction to the Human Body. So we're going to start off with talking about... All right, so here's the video, and the video is going to go over the reading that you did in section 1.1. Might add a little bit more information, okay? So you definitely want to go back and add some stuff to your notes, okay? I already took one, let's see, resume, attempt. And if I need help, I can watch the video while I answer the question, okay? Once you have done submitting that, I don't see any practice activities for section 1.1, so we can go right to the mastery check. And the mastery check is in Canvas. You need to score an 80% or higher on the mastery check in order to move on to section 1.2. And section 1.2 deals with structural organization. So you need to have an 80% or higher in the mastery check. Where's the mastery check? I'm glad you asked. It's also in Canvas, and here it is right here, mastery check 1.1. You're going to get 2 questions, and you must, for this one actually, you must score 100% to move on, okay? Some of them I have them set at 80, but some of these are fairly simple, so I need you to understand the concepts very well, okay? And that's why it's grayed out. You cannot take it unless you scored 100% on the video, okay? And then when you're done, we can go back to the next, where are we here? We can go back to the next lesson, lesson 1.2, and work on lesson 1.2, okay? Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing. All right, let me know if you have any questions.